All right, we are going to finish lesson 2.6. The video you guys watched was just the very beginning, but it's actually just half of the lesson. Okay, I thought that was a perfect topic for you guys to do on your own. It's just on ratios and what a ratio is. Basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to learn cross multiplication. I say cross multiply. I think the book uses the word cross product, but we know product is a result of multiplication, right? Does that ring a bell? Okay, if I say product, that is the answer to a multiplication question. So just a quick review. We are we have, I don't know why they do that. Hold on. All right, I'm going to use the one in the book. I don't love it, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, this is a ratio, 2/3.5. And then I have another ratio, 8/14. The question is, does this pair of ratios form a proportion? And basically it would be yes or no. So you have 2/3.5 and 8/14. Okay, let me move my screen up just a little bit. Okay, this is where you're going to try and set them equal. Okay, and I'm going to put a question mark right there. This is where you're going to cross multiply. Okay, the way I do it is I'm really going to just go from 2 to 14 and then 8 to 3.5. All right, so 2 times 14, is it equal to 8 times 3.5? All right, 2 times 14 is 28, thank you. And 8 times 3.5 is also 28. All right, so they are equal. So the answer is yes, they form a proportion. Guys, this is easy stuff. Okay. You have two ratios. Is it a proportion? You set them equal. All right, let me write that down. Set the ratios equal to check. And how to check, you cross multiply. I love this lesson because this is a way, we're going to use this so much this year, cross multiply. I mean, we're going to use it a lot. Okay, it's kind of a shortcut. We could have used it last week and the week before and some of the stuff we've done. But answer to that is yes. So let me give you another one. I want you to do it by yourself. You may want to get your calculator out because some of these numbers are going to get, that's up to you. Two ratios. Are they a proportion? Yes or no? All right, you try that one by yourself. 15/36 is one ratio. 35/42 is another. Who's got it? Addison, is this a true proportion? Yes or no? No. Why is it not? It's a 42. So when you multiply them, you're going to say 15 times 42, is it equal to 35 times 36? The answer is no. They are not equal. Okay? Any questions on those two? So on your quiz, it's going to be multiple choice. It might give you a ratio, and A, B, C, and D is your second ratio. You have to choose which one makes it equal, okay? Which one makes it a proportion. You might have to try all four, guys, okay? Easy stuff. All right, let's do a couple more and then I'm done. This is a short lesson. We will do some classwork. Can I move this? Okay. Now, another example. I need to move this up, don't I? There we go. We are going to solve for x using cross multiply. I think these are equally as easy, guys. Let's work on this. X over 10 equals 3 over 5. So the directions are solve each proportion for x. So it's telling us that this is a proportion. We know it's a proportion, two equal ratios. Okay, that was in the video that I did. Guys, again, how do you solve this? What do? You cross multiply. All right, so I tend to favor the top down. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's just me personally. So I'm going to say 5 times x equals, what's 3 times 10? 30. Okay, going back to the equations. Okay, that's why this is in this chapter. Divide by 5, divide by 5. X is equal to what? 6. It's easy. Okay. So 6 over 10 equals 3 over 5. Do you see how this fraction is reduced from 6 over 10? That's all we're doing. Okay, that's all we're doing. All right, so work on this one. You do this one by yourself real quick. R over 8 equals 25 over 40. And then I will also show you another way. Solve this proportion for R is our variable. Cross multiply, divide. So you're going to say 40 times R equals, what's 25 times 8? Anybody? Thank you. Divide by 40, right? And R is 5. How are you doing? You're so tough. Y'all say hey, Coach Parker?
How are y'all?
They're sleepy today.
I can too.
I know, they're a little
He's
droopy.
not talking to them?
I know, I've already fussed at him once. I'm like,
What's your problem? Why aren't you talking? What the world?
We're in high school today.
You don't have it next Monday.
We don't?
No. Is it a teacher workday?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Look, I like being here. Like staying home. Doing
Well,
what I
I
have to
know,
do.
I get that. I do. I get it.
You have no idea. We'll talk later.
Okay, we must need to talk. All right, who got 5? All right, guys, I'm going to show you another way you can check if you are a fraction guru or if you figured it out. Look, everybody look up here. 8 times what gives you 40? Do your multiplication in your head. 8 times 5. R times 5, 25. So what number times 5 gives you 25? 5. That's just another way you could do it. That's actually why you're able to cross multiply. Okay, just a extra. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is let's do one more, and then I'm going to give you some classwork because I do feel like y'all need to wake up a little bit, and I think classwork is probably going to be the way to do it. No, I'm confident. All right, write this down. This one's a tad bit harder, but it's not really harder. X plus 4 over 5. Let me scoot this up for you. Is that good? X plus 4 over 5 equals 3 over 8. Cross multiply to find X. And you will need to distribute that 8, okay? So you have 8 times X plus 4 equals 15. And you will get a negative number, okay? And I'm thinking a decimal maybe. I'll go ahead and do it up here. Let me check. Not like this. In fact, no. All right, let's see how. 1, 3. I get negative 2 and 13/10. Use the calculator. But this is nothing new. We've done this. We did this last week, okay? So it's all coming together, okay? Okay, you can, all right, go ahead and get your books out and turn to page 117. All right, I am looking at the real world example, number 4, right here, rate of growth. Okay, I want us to read this one together, or you can just look at the screen behind me. It's a little fuzzy. I'll read it out loud. Retail, which is any store, Old Navy, whatever, okay? In the past 2 years, a retailer has opened 232 stores. In fact, let's say it's Starbucks, okay? That's actually more real. If that rate remains constant, how many stores will open in the next 3 years? Okay, so let R represent the number of retail stores because it's asking for how many stores. That literally in the question, how many stores? Plan, write a proportion for the problem. This is where you need to think back to fractions. Reducing a fraction, this is the same concept. Write a proportion for this problem. Look at the very first sentence. In the past 2 years, a retailer has opened 32 stores. So 232 over 2. That's the first sentence. Equals your R, that's what you're trying to find, over 3 years. Notice in the proportion, and I'll use this little weird pencil, I don't know whose this is. Retail and retail are both on the top. That's important, okay? On the bottom, you have years. So I'm going to briefly write this in pencil, stores over years. You can't flip one. It has to be constant. And then you do the math. 232 over 2 equals R over 3. Cross multiply. 696 equals 2 times R. Do the math. In the next 3 years, you should have 348. Okay, do y'all see how it's going to be more? In this fraction, there were 2 years. This one is 3. So it's going to be more than 232. Okay. You will not have one of these on your quiz, but I'm telling you right now, you will have one on your test, which is next week. We'll practice these in a little bit. Okay. But right now I'm going to give you some classwork. I'm going to move this. Actually, I'll do it right here. Here is your classwork. Okay. Go stay in your notes section. This is not as much as it looks like. Most of these are yes or no questions, but I want you to do these now, and then we will go over these, okay? Page 119, which is one page over, 9 through 26.